Bonjour. Okay, we're going to do a you versus them today. What's your current energy? And where do you think this connection is at? And then we'll do the same for the person connected to you. All right, what is the energy around you right now, the collective watching this? Cycles, so fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So you might be about to close a chapter, a cycle that you have repeated, like there's a layer of your connection that's repeated quite a few times that you're about to close out that cycle. Air sign, so they could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be, but very stuck in your mind about this, or the person connected to you is stuck in their mind. Well, this is your energy, so this is maybe a cycle is starting to repeat for you again, and you're noticing it this time, and you're very stuck in your head about it because it might be something that you thought you'd cleared already. One more. Confession. So you might feel like the person connected to you has some form of confession to make to you, or it could be that you yourself are wanting to make a confession towards someone about something that you can't get off your mind in regards to this connection. Okay, liar. So be careful if someone's sneaky under cycles. So there is a cycle that is, there might be something, because this is your energy, you might feel like there's something on your chest, on your mind, on your heart that you were deceitful about, that you, even if it's just your feelings for this person that you've been holding close to your chest, it could be that you feel like you've been sneaky in the sense of keeping tabs on this person, or there's something that you just didn't admit to in this connection that weighs heavy on you. It's something you know that you were kind of sneaky about, that you lied about, that you need to, that it's something that it's a repetitive pattern for you. This behavior of being sneaky and lying about things, even if it's not even a big deal. So then it's like, ask yourself, why do I lie about silly little things? But this is something that's heavily on your mind right now. And you might even feel like you've been receiving karma because there's this thing, this secret that you've kept, this lie that you've been holding on to, that they've been trying to show you. You need to really close this cycle out with this person connected to you. You need to clear the air. Until you do, this cycle will keep repeating. You'll get stuck on it. So you're very in your head about it. Air sign. I really think that this kind of deceitful behavior is a pattern of yours that they're trying to get you to break right now. Honeymoon. So honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. As a detail, you could have met this person at a wedding. You might be about to attend a wedding, but I also see this as travel. So you might be very in your head if there's distance between you and this person connected to you. And as well, you may be very in your head about this because you have so much love for this person, but because you've got this lie, this confession that's really kind of weighing on you, you get stuck in your mind about it. It's like you feel love for this person. You want to know they're okay, I just heard. But you know that there's something you have to clear up with them before you can really move forward. Sexuality, someone is still figuring themselves out. So you feel like if you're so stuck in your head about this person and this confession that you need to cop to, you're still trying to figure out how to confess this to this person. I just heard bigger than Ben-Hur. You're making it so much bigger in your mind and thinking of every worst case scenario and every reason not to do this confession, but they're saying it's important here. Until you clear the air with this person, you're going to be stuck in this cycle. It's someone, I mean, this is a you versus them, so of course it's a past person that you had a relationship with, but you're heavily in the energy. I think you're feeling very weighed down by the thought of this person, and not because you don't love them, but I think you're feeling very heavy, missing them and having the weight of this confession. I think a big part of the confession is that you still have a lot of deep feelings for this person and they don't know that. I'm getting the sense of you're in the energy of you're very much hiding your feelings and you're wearing a mask. So even the people around you don't know that you have feelings for this person still, least of all the person you have the feelings for. But I think as well, whatever the confession is, I think you're heavily in your mind about how things ended here as well. All right, so let's get into what you, how you see this person and how you feel about the connection. How do you feel about this person? Religion. So maybe you feel like for you, cultural reasons got in the way here. Maybe at the time you felt like your values didn't align because you were still kind of chained by certain beliefs during the in the connection, and that might be something that you've learnt a lot from since, that certain beliefs that you held or certain traditions that you felt bound by aren't as important or don't hold as much weight for you as you thought they did in the past. Cleanse and clear. So you could feel like you're needing to clear, or you might be in the process at the moment of trying to clear a lot of negativity in your life and trying to, and that's why you're so stuck on this layer in this cycle, because this is something that you're still carrying around, something you're still holding on to that you haven't confessed yet. So you're never going to get past that cycle unless you do that. So you can cleanse and clear every other aspect of your life, but until you confess whatever this situation is to the person you care about, you won't fully clear the negativity, because that will still keep haunting you. Yeah, secrets. You know you have things that you've been holding close to your chest, you haven't been revealing, whether that's, again, that you still love this person and want a second, third, fourth chance, whatever it is. And also there might be things that you didn't admit to during the connection that they confronted you about, that you know that you need to really have a fresh start with this person. You need to clear the air here. Self-love. So I think as well, for that to come under religion, I think you really felt like you had to let this connection go to love yourself, especially if it felt like it was just the cycles were getting worse. But in this time away from this person, you've realized that I'm seeing someone being like, love isn't enough. But now in this time apart, you've realized that relationships do have ups and downs. It's how you face those obstacles together. So you've been trying to work on your bettering yourself and loving yourself and pouring into yourself. And perhaps that's why you're realizing now that whether it's religion, whether it's upbringing, culture, the community you grew up around, whatever it is, you're realizing now that things that make you happy contradict the beliefs that you grew up around, and it doesn't serve you anymore. They were very limiting beliefs here that trapped you in your mind and could have been a big part of as well why you ended things with this person. cleanse. Celebration. So you could even have right now a lot of memories popping into your mind about good times that you shared with this person, and how when things were balanced and you two were in the best part of the relationship, that you two had a lot of fun together. And I'm also seeing this as you kind of wanting to have fun with this person again. This also could be that you've been trying to enjoy your life at the moment, but because this stuff keeps popping up in your mind and it's not going away, it's because they're trying to show you need to clear the air here. It will keep following you. Even if you're happy in all other areas of your life, this thing will keep haunting you until you clear it up, remove it. Secrets. So you see this person is your divine feminine and you're spying on them. You believe this person's your divine feminine. You might have just recently, I'm getting this feeling like you may have just recently stumbled onto the whole divine masculine, divine feminine story, journey. Twin flames really can activate one another. And that activation feels like a toxic, potentially even karmic partner, because they're reflecting your wounds to you, and it brings out what you feel is the worst in you, and same with them, but different aspects of it. And at the time, I think when you left this person, you really felt like it was the right thing to do. And it probably was, let's be honest, if things were that bad that you felt that it was better to run away. But it's just that you've learnt since that relationships have ups and downs. It's not always perfect, but it's your conflict style and how you handle the problems and communicate that needs to be adjusted here. Not running away from the problems. Even if it's that things are just too heated in the moment and you both take a break and walk away and need a few hours to calm down and then come back together more centered and talk out the problem, but not running away from the relationship, ending it and putting this massive space between you. You are understanding now that the things that happened the way they did to you, you're coming into this belief that this person that you're in separation from is your divine feminine. Spying isn't the best energy. If you've watched me for a while, you'll know that when it comes to spying, that is still running energy. And I think that that's coming from the fact that when we tapped into your energy, whatever this confession is, whatever these secrets are, you're so weighed down by it, feels very heavy, and I think it's upsetting you. I actually think that you're feeling quite emotional about it and you're scared to confess. So that fear, of course, you're going to be in spying energy because you don't have that confidence yet to come in and really be assertive and say, hey, I want to talk to you and I have some stuff to say. And then also be prepared to hear back how they feel about what you're telling them. If you're not there yet, of course you're still spying. It's almost like you're hoping that something's going to give where you're going to either release this or you're going to suddenly see something on their social media maybe that gives you the green light to go, now's the time to contact them. But regardless, even I think in this time apart and you spying on them, I think you have learnt that this person, you really do believe now that this person is your divine feminine and that this is deeper than what you originally thought it was. And you see them. I think because for that to come under secrets, I actually think the secret is how much you've been watching this person, how much you've been tapping into their energy and how much you've actually been hovering around them. They don't know that. And I think that's part of the confession. And that's quite a brave thing to do, to say to someone, hey, I've been watching you and for quite a while, and because I missed you and I still love you, and this is what I think I'd love us to, all that stuff. I think that's the confession. I don't think it's that you're going to be like, I cheated on you, I did this, I did that. There might be some aspects of things that you weren't fully honest about as far as communication or people you talk to about the connection, that sort of stuff. But I don't think that this is like you're confessing some kind of infidelity. I think it's more how deep your feelings are for this person. They have no idea. And they also have no idea that you've been spying. So you must be, I always see spying as fake accounts anyway, because spying implies that the person doesn't know it's happening. So you wouldn't be doing it on your main account. But you see this person as compassionate. You remember them being nurturing and how receptive they were to you. But you still are someone who builds things up in your mind and thinks of the worst. So even though you have memories of this divine feminine being receptive to you and accepting of you, you're still kind of afraid to make any sort of move here towards them. But Archangel Michael on the bottom, so you could feel that this is divinely protected. And I mean, if you believe this person to be your divine feminine, you also would feel that your angels, your ancestors, the universe is kind of, you're hoping they're divinely guiding this back together. But yes, I think the secret is how much you've actually been watching this person, and also how you kind of let culture and outside opinions, especially if your culture surrounding your upbringing caused certain outside opinions to affect your view of this relationship. All right. So let's get into what you think is going on right now. What does this collective think is going on right now? And then we'll get into what the universe says is actually going on. Okay, so this is you. I'm seeing two things for that. One, that this is you. You're the man or the masculine in this connection. But also that part of the catastrophizing in your head is that you think that your divine feminine has met another man. You think that there's another person in the picture here that you, even if you can't see, like say they don't post about anyone, but in your head, you've built up this idea that they've met someone else and moved on from you. There's another masculine energy in the picture here. Or that you think that your feminine believes that their divine masculine is someone else, not you. Number 28. Okay, number 18, third person. So that does confirm it. You think that there's someone else involved here. You believe that there's someone else's influence, that this is a love triangle here, that there's a stranger, like an outside party that your feminine is with right now. Like a rival, so to speak, another person courting them. And as well, this could also be the people, you think that there's people attached to your person that have kept them away from you. But if this is the divine masculine I'm speaking to really feel like you are in that energy, it's kind of the ball's in your court to make contact, especially if you have this confession lingering on your heart. So it's not really for you to sit there and think that your divine feminine hasn't reached out to you because there's some other third party, they've got someone else that they're dating or they've moved on to. There's not too many people involved. It's that you think there's too many people involved. But the reality is, well, we'll get into the reality of it. We'll get what the universe says is going on here. But this is what you think's happening. You think that there's a third person here. Basically, you think that they've met someone else. Mars, the ruler of destruction. Survival instinct, the Tower. So you will, that the tower is quite extreme. So you actually feel like this person has a lot of built up anger towards you, that they think that you're aggressive, and that you think that this person looks at you as impulsive, that you caused a lot of upheaval in their life and chaos, and that they hold a lot of resentment for you. This is what you believe this person feels towards you. And that then feeds into what I was originally thinking when the man came out, that you believe that they think someone else is their divine masculine. And it causes you to feel this internal tower. It makes you feel quite upset to think that this person's moved on to someone else, but that you created an environment where they had to go into survival mode and rebuild their life because of the chaos that you caused them, and that they have a lot of anger towards you. So that too would build up this fear of confessing to them, because you feel like that's the reception you're going to get from them. Hang on, what are these two? Cardinal, so they could be, is that Aries? But this says, yes, take inspired action under man. So if we're looking at this masculine energy as you, they're trying to tell you, take action here. Until this confession happens and you clear the air with this person, you're going to be stuck in that cycle. Doesn't matter how much you try to distract yourself or do whatever or be around whoever, you will get stuck on that cycle if you don't take action here. And it, as well, because you're holding on to it, it's burning you out. They want you to have a new beginning here, but until you build that confidence to really take charge and take action towards this person with this confession, this new beginning is just going to keep being delayed. And this also says start of the season, so they're trying to grant you a new beginning. And today's the 1st of October, brand new month, new beginning. That's Cancer, Libra, and I don't know if that's Taurus, or I want to say Taurus. So you could be one of those signs, they could be, but stalemate. So here you're holding out and you're blocking yourself from making this forward movement because you think that you've got competition here. You could think you're blocked. Maybe that's why you're spying on fake accounts, because you think this person has you blocked. But this says delay tactics. This is stalemate. Like, you're not taking the inspired action towards this person because you're afraid of how they feel towards you. And kind of like, if I come in and confess and they reject me, then it really is over. Whereas at the moment when I'm in hiding, I can hope that there's a future for us. But you're keeping yourself stuck because of that. But as well, because you think in your mind you've built up this idea that they've moved on to someone else and that there's competition here. Like I said, rival. You think you have an opponent, and we'll see if they have moved on. Third person, because remember, this is what you think is happening. Number 22, compass, not crossroads, but true north, discovery, life path, seeking truth. I think you actually know that this is something you're making up in your head, because this says seeking the truth. Know where you are going, make a plan, explore, and that's to confirm third person. So I actually think you know that you can't see if this person's moved on. So you actually don't know the truth. You're just building it up in your head because you're automatically thinking, because it's been so long and you've been hiding in the shadows and they have no idea how you feel anymore towards them, that they must be with someone new. But you don't actually know if that's the truth or not. You need to find out the truth, and the only way you're going to do that is by taking action towards this person. Mars. Number 17, stepping stones, the process of arrival, baby steps, progress, how to keep on going step by step, weigh out spiritual growth. So I think you do try to pull yourself out of this thought process. You try to give yourself grace, and you might even be feeling like, okay, so say for instance a baby step is you stop spying from fake accounts and you actually show up as on your main account, like your real account. And then once you've gotten over that, you then, it's like, you know, you take little steps till you build up the courage to speak to this person. But number 5 and A, the 17th of June, the 28th of June, so June's important here, but you've got 28, 18, 6, 22 and 17, and number 5. Your first or last name could start with the letter A, theirs could, but grasshopper, leap of faith. I think you do realise that a leap of faith needs to be taken here. You're trying not to worry about this. This is also a change in direction, luck, birth of a son. So you could really feel like until you make some kind of change in direction, you will be stuck on this cycle. I actually think you're aware that you're kind of trapping yourself at the moment. All right, let's see what you think they feel about you, or how they see you actually. I will get these. How do you think they see you? Whoa. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. So they might, you think that they feel like you need to go through healing, that you need to adapt, especially if they feel like you put them through chaos and upheaval, that you really needed to heal and learn how to adapt to other people. But you definitely think that they believe that you have many options, that you're out there having one night stands left, right and centre, and that you're basically living it up and that you don't even think about them. This is what you think they see. This is what you think they view you as. So you think they're viewing you as someone that's a player and has many options, but you're hoping that they still have unconditional love for you. Part of you believes that this person still has that passion and that attraction for you, and that the affection you remember them having towards you is still there. Dragonfly. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitational meeting, hesitation. So you know, or you think you know, that this person is waiting to hear from you, hoping that you will return. And I'll just say this as well, if you think that this person's waiting for you to return and then you're sitting there not returning, you know, if you think this is what they're feeling towards you, then you're keeping them waiting. Keys on a ring. Clock, need time, takes time, in time, cycles time to heal, progress. So even if this person thinks that you're sleeping around and you have all these options, that you needed this time of separation to really understand what this connection is, that in this time of healing, that progress for your connection could be made. But this also, you think this person goes over how long it's been here. There's been a long time here. healthy choices. So making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier, with addictions on the bottom. So you think they believe you have substance addictions or gambling or whatever. But there is things that maybe you think that that's what they think you've got hidden. Maybe they accused you of using certain substances and you denied it, and that's part of the secrets here. But you are hoping that this person still has this unconditional love for you, and is hoping that even though you two are in no contact and there's distance, that you are making healthy choices in your life and becoming a better person. That even though you two aren't together, that you're focusing on your happiness and just in general being happier. You might think this person thinks you're happier without them. But as well, you think that they find you controlling and that you have a lot of blocks that you were refusing to face. All right, so let's get their current energy. This person connected to you. What is their current energy, please? Commitment. Things are getting serious. So maybe you do know. Maybe they have met someone else. But this is the energy around them too. So it could be that they're that commitment energy is because you're lingering in their energy. What's around this person right now connected to the collective? Intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. Caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. This actually feels like this is you, as in this is the energy around this person right now is it's like they feel something's hovering, which they're not wrong because you are hovering. I think this person's questioning their intuition at the moment when it comes to you because they don't know what's going on with you right now. Let's confirm commitment first. Let me get something for that. Commitment. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. So you got that too. So they could have just met someone and they're in that honeymoon phase. Or again, as a detail, they could be just about to meet someone at a wedding, like this hasn't happened yet. This is the energy around them, remember. Let me get one more for that. Manifest exactly what you want. So they're trying to manifest something here. They want, whether it's you or not, they want to have a serious commitment in their life. They want to settle down with someone. They want to feel that love and have that marriage and have that family with someone. And that is what they're trying to put out into the universe. Intuition. Oh, they got air sign too, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So they're very in their head right now as well. They could actually very much be picking up your energy. I actually just heard you're manifesting each other back. This feels very mirrored right now. I just heard as well, they may have even got a tarot reading done on you because they're trying to figure out, like, I'm not sensing this person spying on you physically like you are, as in looking at social media and stuff, or maybe they can't because you've blocked them, or you're not really a social media person, so there's nothing really to look at. But they've done something to try and find out more information, whether it is a tarot reading to tap into your energy or whatever. But there is some element of them kind of wanting to know more, but not getting let go, make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. So I think this person's actually trying to resist the urge to find out more about you. And you've got so you might have shared a pregnancy with this person, but maybe they also are trying to, I feel someone trying to squash their hope and expectations of you returning. It's like on one hand they're trying to manifest it, but then they're in their head about whether it's their intuition when it comes to you, or whether it's actually them just ignoring the red flags. And they've tried to let go of knowing the outcome here and their expectations for you to return. Alright, what's their actual feelings for you? Let's get into it. What is this person's actual feelings towards the collective, please? What is their actual feelings? Yeah, see, red flag. So they feel like they ignored the warnings when it came to you in the past. So whatever the conflict was, I think this person feels like, I think this person's battling their head and their heart when it comes to you. There are things that they feel like they ignored the red flags, the warning signs when it came to your connection in the past, but then at the same time, they're manifesting commitment with you. Ascension. So they feel like that, I think they're hoping that you've leveled up, that you have upgraded yourself internally. Divine timing. So they're trying to let go of the outcome here and trust in divine timing. I think similar to you with Archangel Michael, yeah, where you feel like, or you're hoping that this has been divinely guided back to reunion. They're trying to surrender and trust when it comes to you. Red flag. Fate, but they think that this is written in the stars, that everything that's happened so far is all part of the blueprint that is your story together, your journey together. Wisdom. So they actually see you as someone that's quite intuitive yourself, that you're a truth seeker yourself, and you kind of are, but that you're someone that seeks out knowledge. So like how I said, you might have just come across the whole twin flame or divine love type stuff, or soulmates, whatever. When you're interested in something, you really do your research and you want you want that knowledge, and they see you as that. And maybe that's why they're feeling there and hoping that you've leveled up and that you're gaining the knowledge about this type of connection and seeing what you two have as a real thing. Divine timing. Solar plexus, willpower, strength, confidence. So they're really trying to have strength when it comes to this, especially with the divine timing. I think the time that's passed here has really started to wear on their confidence, because I think there's been a long time here, it's really starting to make this person question whether you're ever coming back. And I think that whole trying to let go of the outcome and when it's going to happen, it hurts them, I think. I just want to get travel. So there is distance here. This person, when they think of you, they realize that there's an obstacle of distance to overcome here, but they could also be going over memories of trips that you two went on together. Let's confirm. Union. So they do want union with you. They see you as their divine love. I think that they they believe that you two share eternity together. They could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, you could be, but they want to ground this connection again. All right, so let's get what the universe says is really going on. I don't think this person's met someone new or they've moved on to someone new. I think you're mirroring each other, and this person actually is hoping you'll come back. And they're also picking up your energy. All right, so what's really going on, please? What is really going on here in this connection? First card out. You are mirroring. They actually are trying to get you to take a leap of faith here. They want you to move towards this person. And this change in direction could actually be the fact that there's distance here, and it would be a change in direction if you move to this person. But this also says don't worry. So I think you're catastrophizing in your mind about doing this. They're saying don't worry, this is going to be okay. They want you to take this leap of faith here. Number 5. Okay, so Gemini, Virgo, or you got Earth, so you or they could be a Virgo, but end of the season. So you got start of a new season and what you think is happening. They're trying to get you to close this chapter, remember? So they're actually saying that you're deceiving yourself at the moment. What you're feeling and what you're making up in your head is self-deception. You're not seeing it clearly. You need more information. And you're only going to find out that information by taking that leap of faith and towards your person. And this is about seeing both sides. And that's like when I said, when you approach this person, you need to be confident and assertive and say, I want to talk to you about some things, talk about it, but then be willing to hear the other person's side as well. And have empathy. Maybe empathy is something you lacked in the past. But they're saying here, you two are very connected and you're worrying for nothing. It's not that hard conversations don't need to be had, they do. And both sides need to be seen here. But they're trying to guide you towards this person. They're trying to get you to take this leap of faith. They're saying that luck is on your side. The 12th of July or the 7th of December could be important, but birds communicate. They actually are trying to get you to communicate. Text or call someone. This is clear as day. They are trying to get you to take this leap of faith towards your divine feminine. They understand you're nervous. This also says ADHD, so you might have ADHD, but they want you to make contact here. They're trying to guide you to make contact here. Yes, you're going to be nervous and it might make you kind of a bit flighty, but then discussions need to be had. They're actually creating a perfect, this feels like perfect timing with this snowflake here. The 5th of September or the 9th of May, but yes, they want you to take this leap of faith. Yes, they're saying luck is on your side. You don't need to worry. But I think that because you feel quite fragile when it comes to this, they want you to be gentle with yourself and handle the situation carefully, but still, with that in mind, take the action. They didn't get divine masculine for you, but they did get divine union. They do see this as divine love. All right, number 19, another bird, the eagle. Challenge the status quo. opportunity. They're trying to create an opportunity here for you. They want you to have new hope when it comes to this connection. Clear vision and perspective. Past, present, future. Yes, things happened in the past, but to have a new beginning, to start a new cycle with this person, you need to deal with the past, the present, to have a future with this person. They really are, and the letter A is important here, so like I said, initials, but they really are trying to get you to see things clearly. The situation isn't what you're making it out to be in your head. And challenge yourself here. Number 19. Another bird. So much about communication here. And the letter A is definitely either it's one of your initials or one of their initials, but deeply committed, uncommon bonds. And divine love is an uncommon bond. You can be similar in so many ways and so different in so many ways. But family, having manifest your deepest desire and their deepest desire as well is to be together with you, all in for what you love. They're trying to get you to be like, be all in, just go all in. This person wants to be with you. We're trying to grant you this, but you're letting fear control you. Reawaken lost hopes. With Bear on the bottom, so the 15th of October could be important. And that's number 10 as well. Boss, CEO, judge, coach, mama bear. Maybe this person you see as a divine feminine, as your divine feminine, is already a parent, but protective, finance, benefits, bully, strong, large, hairy, affluent, muscular. But I think you are actually protective over this divine feminine. They just want, look, it just split on white wolf. So you've got the bear and the wolf, and they're very, they protect their tribe. They lead their tribe. But it says here, guidance. They are guiding you towards this. They want you to have confidence. They're trying to get you to trust your inner knowing. I think your intuition tells you to do this, but then your fear gets the better of you. You're actually both fighting your head and your heart here. Believe in your power. Trust your instincts. And number 7. And that's the letter A again. Actually, I want to get one more. Whoa. Number 2. Luck again. Luck is on your side here. Good fortune. A reward. 2nd of June. Let me get those ones. You got compass again with from the universe. So, and then mice. This is you. You're creating stress in your mind over this, and it's making you fatigued. It's giving you anxiety. It's making you worry. Your fear is creating the block here. But that nagging feeling you've got to reach out to them, they're saying, this person is your true north. This is you've discovered already who this person is to you. You're just trying to find your way. And that speaks to that card that says someone is trying to figure themselves out. Make a plan. You know where you're going as far as wanting to be with this person. They just want you to go towards it. They're really trying to guide you towards your person here. Obstacles removed with the elephant here. And the letter A again. Lots of animals. All right. What messages do they have for you? Number 8, I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making sense. I think that's you. I think you're the one going through a dark night of the soul here, and you're struggling with fear over this person. Number 1, karmic ties. I'm not happy. Karma, behaviors, people and or situations is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. So whatever your situation is right now, you're feeling trapped by it. Work, family, your living situation, whatever it is, and because there's distance here, that is an obstacle too that weighs you down. Number 9, because of you, I'm starting to see what's really important in life. Wow, you got the 1111 card. We are coming into union. I wasn't expecting that. And number 3, union as well. The same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. I think this really does begin and end with you and taking action towards this person. Until you do, until you can make this confession and have these conversations and clear the air, you're going to be trapped in your mind about it. They're trying to grant you union with this person. They're saying it's time. Surrender brings us together faster than resistance. The 9th of March or the 3rd of September, and November's important. So maybe November's when you finally bite the bullet, or they're trying to guide you to... I think November's important here. Number 9, karmic ties again. We have a past life connection. Memories are surfacing either consciously or subconsciously. And number 4, patterns. My inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I'm reacting from that wound. So the way you handled this connection and this person in the past came from the fact that you didn't get what you needed from your parents growing up, and then you reflected that wound onto your divine feminine, and they would have reflected that wound on you in some way, shape or form. Karmic ties. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So you have people in your life that you feel used by, but also you feel that they trap you in your life. Maybe there's financial obligations that are tied to these people, or whatever it is, you feel like these people really have too much control over your life and you're trying to break free from it. This is just the hurdle they're trying to get you to move past so that you can come into union here. That's the energy they're trying to create. All right, so what is it you want to say to this person, your divine feminine? And then I want to get a timing card to see if October or November comes out. I'm used to getting my way, but you put me in my place. So this person maybe didn't tolerate certain behaviors or certain ways that you treated them. I know you are my soulmate, babe. Our bond is magnetic. I'm seeing all the signs. I love variety, but there is something about you I just can't resist. That card bothers me. I don't know why. I'm sorry I put my career before you. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. I was hiding my true feelings. Oh, you got twin. So you do believe this person's your twin flame. But this is you wearing the mask. This is the confession. You've been hiding your true feelings. I was hiding my true feelings from you because I was scared of commitment and I didn't want to lose my freedom. But you're seeing all the signs here. Part of this confession as well is that you two might have even discussed twin flames when you were together. But you really do believe in this now. You really do believe that this person's your divine feminine, that you took 444 are twin flames. And this is part of what you need to confess to them. I'm only staying here for my kids, nothing else. I'm making my way out. So whatever the karmic situation is that you feel trapped by right now, you're trying to figure out some kind of strategy. You're trying to make a plan on how you can either cut ties from these people or move away from them, which would make sense with the travel card. All right, we'll get a timing card and then a divine door for you. The overall message here, guys, is that you're too trapped in your head. That there actually are, your intuition's telling you that you should reach out to this person, but you're just building it up in your head too much. All right, can we get a timing card for this, for the potential future of this reunion? Divine timing is at play, so they don't... November. I'm leaving it at that. What did I say? November's important. So reunion could happen by November if you really take this guidance that they're trying to give you and take that leap of faith. Divine timing was always at play. So it doesn't matter how long it's been here. That time was needed and they don't want you to delay it anymore. They're trying to create this perfect opportunity for you to reach out to this person. All right, final message, please, for this collective. Stop avoiding the conversation, I just heard. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. They're sending you signs. You're walking through passages of your transformation. They are trying, you've gone through a transformation, but now you're stuck on this cycle of not reaching out because you've made it out to be worse in your head than it really is. And they're trying to get you to push past that fear and take this leap of faith. So do it. They're creating a passage here for you to, I'm hearing passage of time. They're creating this divine time for you to do this, to make this move. So do it.